Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? Really like that. You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Thursday morning here inside the studio. Got a great one planned for you today. Obviously, Georgia heads out to Starkville, Mississippi to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Prayers up to anybody that's trying to find a hotel like me and Jonathan just got done doing. I might have to bring the strippity strap for that one. It'll be a fun one this weekend out there in Starkville. 11 a.m. local kick. Got a great football game between two Bulldog programs, all right? We're going to take a look at this Mississippi State offense today. Defense, very, very multiple, very bad against the run, very opportunistic against the pass. There's the rundown on Mississippi State's defense. The offense is what you should be concerned about. The threat that they might be able to score 38, 40 points, enough to beat you on Saturday, that should be your biggest fear, and we'll show you why today. Hey, got a couple of rules. If you learned anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learned anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. You should be contractually obligated as a Film Guy Network subscriber, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed all the way already, you should be. You should be contractually obligated to at least show up and watch like 10 to 15 minutes of every single film study. Like that Texas Tech BYU film study. Y'all should watch that, okay? Those are two top 10 football programs. Now, I know most people are going to be dialed into this because SEC is king, SEC be reigning. I get that. But, you know, stay locked in. Statistically, I would have the opposing quarterback broken down on how many times and how often he keeps the football. I think they're ball dependent, meaning if we're going to beat the box count, we have to beat it with the ball. Like, we have to beat it out here with any type of screen or anything like that. By the way, the depth on that's very peculiar. They look like they're setting up double pass. Stay alert, okay? But nonetheless, this is a football team that is very, very committed to the run. They run the football 40 times a game, all right? And here's where the real commitment shows up. Not right here on first down when they get tackled for loss. But for me, a 2nd and 11. This last year was a passing down for this football program. They're back to running the ball and staying committed to running the ball. 40 attempts a game would say 2nd and 11, not very fearful of it. Now we're in a 3rd and 4, okay? Total different style of offense than what we studied last year. Last year I was like, good God, dude. I mean, you play like you're up 45 at all times. You maybe need to slow things down a little bit, try to hold the football a little bit more. They're doing it this year, I feel as if, all right? Again, my analyst staff would have the exact number of keeps that this guy has, okay? The exact number of times that he pulls the football and adds into the count right now as a quarterback, because I went through about 70 snaps offensively. They have read options or the option for the quarterback to keep the football on they ran the ball 40 times in this game. I say about 20 times. I think he kept it twice. We'd be sprinting to the piss out of the mesh point. You know what I'm saying? We would be running ourselves right here to this mesh point and almost forcing him to keep the football. Again, another committed down run on 2nd down gets them into a 3rd and manageable, okay? Number 1 short yardage play in football, Jonathan. Number 1 short yardage play in football. We're going to hop in 12. You're going to play man-to-man. We're going to run you guys off. We're going to take the H and run him into the flat. I mean, I see it every single weekend. It don't matter if you're a pro offense. It don't matter if you're a spread offense. Everybody's running attached 12 tight into the arrow on short yardage. And this would be a 1st down had he catches the football, had he caught the football. Actually, I don't know. Anthony Hill might have a decent angle on this. No, that's a 1st down if you catch that ball. Now, this concerns me. When I turn on, first of all, when I watched this Texas tape, 2 things stuck out to me. 1, not as well prepared as I would expect the Texas defense to be. 2, bad tackling football program. They are not tackling the ball like they're supposed to right about now. They're busting coverages in the back end, that's for sure, but they are not the Texas tackling team that I thought they were. But the other thing, you know who that is, Jonathan? That's Kamario Taylor, all right? That's the top 100 quarterback recruit. That's their future. That is a thrower of the football. He's wearing number 1. He's lined up in the slot on the ball. You tell me, Jonathan, I know we get the play cut off early, but does anybody, and I mean anybody, let the world know that they have a quarterback lined up above them? Because I don't see anything that lets me know that they know. And that's a problem, because guess what they're going to do with him? They're going to run him in motion right now, and though they didn't give him the ball then, they might. And if they do, he can throw the football. It's a little bit different than, a standard jet sweep action right there.
I'm going to stop this real quick because it's coming in delayed on the headset.
Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper.
All right, so the other thing I want you to notice here, Jonathan, this kid is a middle infielder. I compared him to a second baseman the other day. Look at this flick across the shoulder right here, getting those shoulders square and finding his tight end. Look, incomplete pass, but I left this on here especially so we can know as a defense when we prepare for this guy, no play is dead. You know what I mean? No play is dead at all times. The kid's got a really, really quick release. He can get juice from any moment and any time. Now, I put this on here, 2nd and 10, okay? 8th play of the football game, and we're going to take our first big-time shot. All right, we're going to take our first big-time shot, try to get a slot fade to Brendan Thompson. Kirby Smart said this is the fastest guy he has seen on tape in quite some time. I would concur. There's a touchdown in 2 minutes. I don't think I've seen a human being. It's not 0 to 10. It's the 10 to 40 on this kid that is absolutely bonkers. He will run away from you if not careful, okay? See, the other thing about this play call, Jonathan, ball slightly on the left hash. It's going to hold the safety in the middle of the field just a little bit longer on this slot fade. Doesn't allow him to get in the mix. It's actually Anthony Evans right there, I think, that runs that slot fade route. Still a burner, a 10, 400-meter guy. Obvious and clear PI. Now, they got a bad offensive line, right, Jonathan? They've allowed 22, 24 some odd sacks. Imagine how bad it would be if they didn't have a coordinator that was actually protecting them. You know what I mean? We got coordinators nowadays protecting offensive linemen like this right here. We got a 5-man slide this way. We're going to set like our protection is here and then immediately work into a rollout. Set and immediately work into a rollout. You also know how I know this is an immediate rollout, Jonathan? Look at the running back's angle. Look at the running back's angle. He realizes that inside defender is darting inwards. What's he doing? He's setting his butt for what? A seal, isn't he? So we know we got predetermined rollout right here from the Q. And again, there's that middle infielder, man. That's a rolling ground ball, picked it up on the glove, and hit one of them across the infield, isn't it? That's exactly what that is. But here's my deal. Will you look him up on the roster? He can't be but 5'10", maybe 5'10", 200 pounds. I would make all of these guys. Compete 30 to 35 times from right here. If we're 5'9" and we got to throw over a 6'8" left tackle, all right, we tend to spray it every once in a while. Like that right there. I'd make him compete from inside that pocket. Tips and overthrows. There's an overthrow right there. And guess what? The very next play, we're going to get us a tip. What we got, 5'10"?
You're talking about Blake Shapen,
Yeah.
right? They have him at 6'1", 210.
I'm calling Fugazi. If he's 6'1", he's the biggest six. He's the smallest 6'1" I've ever seen on film. I need to go walk up on Blake Chafin. Maybe he's sneaky big. But this is why I would make him compete from there. Look, all them balls, that ball's getting tipped right here at the tip of the helmet of that offensive lineman. We're not a huge guy. Got to be good, firm edge setters versus this, what I'm calling mid-zone from this Texas or Mississippi State football team, okay? I don't think they're a super wide zone football team. If they were a wide zone football team, this tackle's angle of departure would be a lot deeper, right? We'd be attempting to reach this defensive end. Instead, we're content kicking him. I don't feel as if we're full scooping back here and here. I feel as if we're running mid-zone right here. We're all on kind of a 45 instead of a 90 to a 90, right? Wide zone is a 90 to a 90. Mid-zone's kind of in between. Standard zone is a straight 45. But nonetheless, hey, got to set a hard, firm edge out here, 19. Okay? We're doing a good job resetting the line of scrimmage, but we're not keeping our outside arm free and being ready to make this play when the back approaches us. Now, this is a big-time throw right here. So really, really big-time throw. He sets his feet to the hitch, right? But when they're running cover 3 right here, and we've got a vertical seam, I can hear that over there. We got a vertical seam running on us right now. Watch him quickly reset his feet and rip this vertical seam into cover 3 right here. That's a big-time throw. And again, watch how quickly he makes it happen. I think he's predetermined this against cover 3, Jonathan, and because we see the safety rolling over late, he's collecting all this information as a quarterback. He can see this, okay? So I think what we're doing right now is we're giving eyes and hips and feet down there to that hitch to do what? To occupy that corner. That corner's got deep thirds, okay? He can leak back into that vertical shot and make that thing really, really hairy if we're not careful. But if we hold him just for a second down there on the hitch and then reset our feet and strike to the vertical, we might have good, clean grass. Safety, get your damn cleats in the ground. That's what we talked about yesterday on the live show. If we're not ready for the snap, we're not going to be able to make a play. Number 2, the safety right there was not ready. We're rolling over late, and it ultimately cost us an explosive in the green zone. All right? Wide choice football teams, anytime they are in the plus 35 territory, 35-yard line and in. This is Tennessee. This is Ole Miss. This is Mississippi State for me. All right? I'm trying to think of some other teams that might fit into this category. Anytime we're in this area, we are high alert ready for the tight end. We are high alert ready for the tight end because they might pop us real quick. And that's exactly what happens right here. I think we got a really, really young linebacker unit from Texas playing in this football game because, boy, did their eye discipline get manipulated, okay? This is a prime example of it. Tight end gets popped right in front of us, scores a touchdown on a 3rd and goal from the 12. That hurts. That hurts. I looked it up on the roster. 26 is either a redshirt sophomore or a redshirt freshman. Either way, both of these guys. I think number 8's responsible for the back, considering how he's responding, which means you're responsible for the tight, which means you fell asleep. Can't do that. Honestly, I think he wants to give this jet right here, or would. The bad snap forces us to keep this football, and we're a 3-yard runner. Honest to God, I would make him beat me with his legs and from within the pocket. I'd make him beat me as a runner with his legs in read options, and I would make him beat me as a passer from within the pocket. Because I think as a runner, he only does it to keep people honest, right? It's keep people honest keeps, and we'll see this a little bit later as well. But even here, man, like when he does pull the football down, we're going to hit this kid. We're going to hit him and hit him hard. Huh?
Good catch.
Yeah, it's a really good catch. I tell you, he's a good athlete. He's a good middle infielder. Will you look up his career? Just general information on him. I bet he did play some baseball. All right. Hey, cool. Awesome. 7-yard run on 2nd down. We get a 3rd and 3. You know what I'm seeing that's making me wet down my leg right about now? Do you see what I'm seeing? The film froze. That's why you can't see it right now. But I'm looking down here at this guy. This is Brennan Thompson. Yeah, tell me that SOB can't roll. That's one of the fastest humans the SEC will provide right there. Just absolutely walking by a corner in deep thirds right there. I mean, you tell me, is that safety getting over the top of that? I don't think so either.
By the way, Blake Shapen, number 4 player in Louisiana, number 1 shortstop prospect in the state coming out of high school.
It's a middle infielder, Jonathan. God, I love ball. I love ball so much. This is what I was telling you yesterday. Ball in between the 38s, right? For some reason, my mind says 38. This is a 37, I think is where they're at. In between here and the other line on the plus side of the 50. This is 4th and 2. They're going. You got to win 100% of these. These are like turnovers. You know what I mean? These are turnovers on downs, and they're turnovers in positive territory. We've got to eat all of these. We've got to absolutely dominate them as a defense in these short yardage situations. Texas did exactly that. I think Mississippi State was 0 for 3 on 4th down in this football game. You're stealing possessions, man. Deep over versus cover 3 will what? It will run to grass. Deep over versus cover 3 will always run to grass. We got cover 3. Deep third, deep third, deep third. Hook curl defenders. He is sitting shallow and turned inward for the first deep or shallow cross. What he doesn't realize is the deep cross is the one we want to shut down first and foremost. Hey, we want to force the ball into the dead area of the defense. Okay, in cover 3, vertical seams and flats, right? That's where we're vulnerable. So we better shut down the vertical seams because that'll kill us now, and we better rally and tackle the ball in the flat. So what are we doing right here, number 4? Why are we forcing that check down to the flat? We should be getting leaky right now and paying attention for the deep over. Do we all see that? All right, also remember this tendency as an offense to motion Brennan Thompson in here as the number 3 receiver in trips and then run him in a shallow, and you want a deep over, and you want to post, and you want to stop, okay? That is a very, very strong offensive tendency for them. They probably ran it 7 or 8 times in this football game alone. They only ran about 5 or 6 passing concepts. They just did it out of multiple different sets and ran same concepts, okay? They're not super diverse in what they do. They play fast, and they play few things a lot of times, if that makes sense. Got to get these guys on the ground. I think they're a tough tackle in open field, okay? I mean, he couldn't have walked it down there and put it in his face any better, could he have? What's the number 3 player in Louisiana doing not playing baseball at Louisiana State?
Going to Baylor.
This is what we call that keep them honest keep, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Who has the quarterback? Are you supposed to be a surf player? Are you? Are you supposed to keep your shoulders square and force that ball to be given? I don't know. I don't know your responsibilities, Anthony. I know defense that I watch around here. I know defense that I watch, if they were to allow you to play that free, this guy's going to be responsible for the quarterback.
Hey folks, want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to our friends over at Ridge. You guys know me, whether it be due to my busy habits and daily schedules, or whether it be to my ADD brain forgetting to plug my phone in at night. I need to constantly have assistance with regards to keeping my phone alive. Ridge does a great job with their power bank. Not only that, got an elite kickstand right there for you guys that like to watch videos or maybe have your phone sitting and chilling throughout the day on your desk like I do. Not only that, that power bank is absolute money, as are these sleek wallets that they have available over there on Ridge. Ridge.com/Brooks10. Again, Ridge.com. Promo code Brooks10 will get you 10% off your first purchase over there at Ridge.com. We appreciate those guys for not only keeping this phone alive, but supporting this network as well. Ridge.com, promo code Brooks10.
Whew, man. What does this say? You got to tackle some explosive dudes. That's what this note says. Should be a dead play, right, Jonathan? Should be a dead play. Ball thrown behind the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 10. We should be in 3rd and 12 right now. We should be worried about getting ourselves up off the field. That's not the case. This is going to end up being close to a first down. Missed tackle 1. Can't push him out of bounds quite yet. Now it's 3rd and 3 instead of 3rd and 12. Total different situation here. We got to tackle this week. I mean, we got to tackle. These guys are really, really tough to bring down, okay? And it's not just the wide receivers. It's not just their speed. It's not just their yak ability. Guys, they got ball carriers that are putting dudes on the ground as well. I thought 18 had one of the worst games we've studied on tape this year at the linebacker position against Mississippi State. Nothing about him. Don't know much about Texas's number 18. But this is 100% got to be a tackle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We end up on our face, okay? And I think 2's playing damn good ball right now, guys. Another cover 3 snap right here. We got a shallow or a skinny post running back over here, and we got the dig working back over here. Very similar to the deep over. The dig will run to grass in cover 3. It's running to a natural void in the defense, but we got to throw it with layering and anticipation, right? We got to throw it over underneath defenders, right? Over underneath defenders and under the over-the-top defenders to our one wide receiver, who's also, by the way, working back inward against us. This is the toughest ball to throw in all of football, in my opinion. Anything breaking back inwards, slants, digs, deep overs, all that stuff. When it's working back against my face, not missing that ball back shoulder, that's really, really tough to do, okay? And we have a great catch right there, Brennan Thompson, going up and going to get it against your old football team. Again, really, really tough to tackle. I don't know if this is a Texas thing or a Mississippi State thing. We don't have advanced metrics on yards after first contact, but again, 18 had a bad day. Had a bad day. 18 got put in a blender for 4. What do you see, Jonathan? Come on, Jonathan, what do you see? What do you see now, Jonathan?
Oh, Kamario Taylor.
Yeah, Kamario Taylor, alert, 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 alert. So they got 3 packages, really. Him as a position player, him as a wildcat threat, him as a traditional quarterback. We got to rep all 3. And that makes practice this week that much more difficult because we're still prepping for all the other stuff too. Prepping for all the pace, all the spacing, all the concepts, all the stuff. And then we got to add in 3 different packages for the quarterback and make sure we're fit on that. That's a tough prep. That's a really tough prep. It's a great attempt of a play number 4, but if we just did our responsibilities and attached ourselves to the tight end, we might not have to try to make that great play. We might have a pick. Now, this really frustrates me when I watch defensive film. Everybody running nut and ton stunts, Jonathan. Everybody spiking the nose and wrapping the tackle. Everybody spiking the tackle and wrapping the nose. Everybody running nut and ton stunts. Now, when we run these, by God, we better execute them. When we run this maneuver, we better execute it. Or else, if that backside defensive tackle is unable to fight his way over the top of that tackle, buddy, we got a lot of grass out there, don't we? And we're in trouble. And then we're on tape, and the defensive coordinator or, a Texas fan sitting there watching going, God dang, we suck against the run. Defense coordinator probably sits there in the box going, I should have a nose tackle standing right there. You know what I mean? I feel as if we got big bodies, we shouldn't be stunting. Not my opinion. If Justice Terry's out there as a true freshman, go ahead, wrap him. Do whatever you want. He can't hold the point right now. Maybe that's why he's not playing. But that sumbitch right there, that sumbitch better be able to hold a double team. He's a Texas Longhorn. I would assume, look, 99 up on the roster. I would assume he's an upperclassman. That might be my man from the Purdue Choo-Choos. You never know. Again, with the really poor run fits. This is just consistent. This is a theme for me watching Texas on tape this year. Just bad run fits. Look at this. What up?
That is Cole Brevard, redshirt transfer senior. He is from Purdue.
That's my Purdue choo-choo. Okay. But look at these run fits, Jonathan. They're in a 50 down front, okay? True zero. This true zero is about to get taken up out the club. I mean, absolutely wiped out the club. All right, so there's him. a non-participant essentially now on this side of the play. Let's watch the two linebackers. Let's watch their reads and their fits. I bet they plug the same gap. This was the last thing I wanted to show you, okay? Sure, we've got to be close to 30 minutes in at this point. This kid right here, guys, this Brennan Thompson dude, this dude's a little bit different, okay? This dude's a little bit different with regards to his speed. Just running away from guys. That's him bump and run, and right here they're even. At the, 22-yard line? I think by the 8, he's got 3 yards of separation. So in 15 yards, he was 4 yards faster, Jonathan. Shit. Got to win all the mid-yardages, right? Got to look at all the mid-yardages. Here's what I want you to see, though. I think this quarterback's really, really confident right now. I want you to look at this window he just threw through, okay? He had the first read out here that he clicked off of right now. Now he's waiting for this kind of square in / slant glance, whatever you call it in your system. And we're going to flip that sucker through that window. Do you see how quickly we got to our release point as well? After the pump, pressure, ball out. And almost got it completed, didn't we? Mm-hmm. He's a really good player. He's playing good ball. Also, I think they call good concepts. You know, we just showed you a bunch of 3-beaters. How about a 4-beater, right? How about the other teams playing quarters, okay? Or it looks like they are. They're playing 5 high here on 3rd and 10. Okay, number 4 hanging out in the middle of the field. They got dime on the field. Okay, I see a bunch of hard bail, don't you, Jonathan? See a bunch of hard bail. We're about to give up a 3rd and 30, it seems like, to that right there. And you're going to give that up. You know what I mean? That's quarters being compromised, okay? And I don't even think that is true quarters. That looks like prevent to me, essentially, doesn't it, Jonathan? It's an interesting way of going about defense. Hey, hope you enjoyed it today. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. Hope you're subscribed if you're not. If you're not, I mean, my God, road to 100K. Going to be here tomorrow. Going to be here before you even know it, Jonathan. We're going to have a nice little plaque sitting over there. Love you. Bye.